La 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 lee lee loo do 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 bum 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 dum. Hey Nuku-Knights, this is my thank you video for the wonderful people who traveled to Korea and sent me some cool stuff from that island of awesome. Including my Stork autograph, including this Domo-kun calendar thingy. Not sure if I'm actually going to write on this. It has too much awesome value untarnished. Plus it goes great with this toy I bought several years ago. Easter Domo. So they sent me my Stork autograph signed they got on TV, my Domo calendar. And they also sent me a couple of Korean 100 won coins. So if I'm ever in Korea, I'm totally going to buy a sandwich, man. And these hero travelers had but one demand. And that was that I cast the game in which their signs and sign-wavingness appeared in the MSL. And it's a Stork game, so let's do it.
This is not Warcraft in space. It's much more sophisticated.
Intro music ready. I'm ready, I'm warming up hand. Just the one? Alright, that's non-stop suspense. Survivor Season, Star League, PD Pop, 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 Pop. Okay, here we go. Man, I should make that my OSL intro music. But this is going to be Stork versus Yuck. Okay, it's YCH, it's probably each, but I'm going with Yuck. Here we go. Except, up at the 12 o'clock position in orange is coughing up a hairball, apparently. Although that is the sound I'd make when looking at his hair. Look at that. So that means down at the 8 o'clock position in teal is Stork. This is past Stork. It's like I'm getting into a DeLorean or something. Because this game was played like a month or two ago. It's been a long time. And I actually know the outcome of this game, but I haven't seen the whole thing. I just skipped right to the end when the awesome people said, hey, watch the end of this game. I'm like, okay. See the signs, and the signs are at the end. We'll get there, but I'm going to cast this entire thing just for the hell of it. Because that is what they demanded. Actually, they demanded just the replay, just looking at the letter again. Maybe I didn't have to cast all this. Oh well, I'm going to do it anyway. But they included a letter, the awesome people named Ria and Mike. There was another guy there. I guess he is the silent, awesome ninja type. But alright, here we go. I'm going to read a part of this letter, I think. I don't think I'm going to read the whole thing. But, hi, Nuke the Stars. Enclosed is a super cool poster signed by Stork. Hurrah, cheers, and applause. You may want to frame it, since it kind of got folded in my check-in suitcase. Curse you, TSA people. Hey, is that Type B? No, I think it's just a guy who looks like Type B. I was going to say, did they let Type B in the building anymore? But, okay, continuing the letter. Also enclosed is a little Christmas gift from Korea. I thought you'd enjoy, smiley face. Some of the pictures remind me of you, i.e. July, hee hee. I might have to put that up at the end of the video. No worries about the shipping cost. Instead of money, we merely request that you cast the replay with your awesome commentary. Here's the link. HTTP, and I'm kidding, I'm not going to read that out. I had made another poster to hold up and said, Stork, you are the best. I drew a DT for you. And then I drew an arrow that pointed to an empty box. This box is empty because obviously DTs are cloaked and you can't see them. Hee hee. I should probably stop saying the hee hees. Except Stork didn't get it. He was like, I didn't know what DT stood for. What was a square? A ticket? DT is direct ticket? Utter fail. That's excellent. As Stork is denying space. Okay, I'll call him each. That'll get old quick. Each trying to take that base. Stork being as annoying as probably possible, finally letting him take the base so he can sneak in before the Zerglings pop out. And a third base going to come down for each at the 5 o'clock position. But continuing the letter, I'll read a bit more of it. But it's okay, because we did take a picture with him on my friend's phone, except he doesn't know how to take the picture off of the phone. More fail. Well, at least we got his autograph. I hope all is going well in West Virginia. My fiance, Mike... Okay, getting into some personal things where they live. I don't want to get you guys stalkers. The stalkers will be jumping out of windows on top of you, just believe me. Ending the letter with, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. Obviously, it's a bit dated now. Cheers, Ria and Mike. And silent, awesome ninja dude. Alright. Good night and good luck. And we're getting back into the game. I kind of got frazzled there. I have no idea what I'm doing. My mind is going 5,000 different directions at the moment because I'm getting ready to move into a new apartment. So I kind of needed something like this. I need a bit of solidarity. I cast a Stork game to get my mind in order because moving sucks. I've done it several times, and moving does suck. I mean, this is a nicer place, and I'm doing better at work, so I definitely wanted to get this place, but the moving part, that's the bad part. And I'll be starting on that tomorrow. My life is going to be a mess for a few weeks. Alright, let's get into this damn game. Stork built his cybernetics core at the natural expansion. And I almost said Type B. That Type B impersonator in the audience is kind of throwing me off. But each is putting up his lair, and Stork is trying to stay in here long enough to see the next building is going to come up. But his probe is in yellow, so most likely going to go down if he doesn't run away. He's going to try to stay in here. It's going to be tricky, though. Very tricky. Each maneuvering around. He didn't use his drones to help him out, though. Just going to try to get this around with these Zerglings. Oh, he might be able to box that probe in and take it down. Not exactly sure if he's going to, but pretty standard opening for Stork, it seems, going straight for the Stargate. And I hope he knows about the third base. I actually didn't see if he scouted that or not. I kind of doubt it, but he probably assumes that there's another base out there since he didn't see another tech building. I didn't see an opening building. This is a standard opening from each going into his spire. And I actually have no idea what map this is. I probably should know. Is it like Aztec or something that's going to embarrass me? It looks a little bit like Aztec, so I'm going to say Aztec on this one. But alright, Stork still holding his own at his natural expansion. I think this is Aztec. If it's not, I'm going to eat my hat. I don't think I have a hat, though. I'm going to have to buy one and eat it. But the forge is spinning for Stork. He's getting that +1 upgrade for the Zealots. So he's going to push out with those soon and make each throw down his SimCity and his sunken colonies at each of his bases. That is definitely what Protoss love to do these days because it works so well. Because not only do you make them throw away a drone, but they have to spend oodles of minerals on building basically 2 sunken colonies at each base. And sometimes that's not even enough for the more powerful Zealot attacks. But that first Corsair looking around, trying to do the scouting before it goes for an Overlord. But it'll probably go for one Overlord soon. But each already has up his spire, so he'll probably be able to take down this Corsair if Stork does focus in on an Overlord. And some Zerglings actually snuck by. Only 3 Zerglings, though, so Stork actually throwing down a cannon inside of his main, I think just to be safe. I don't think that is a reaction to the Zerglings, although you never know. I might have been wanting to commit all of his Zealots out, so why not build a cannon there just to protect against an early mutas or something like that, too. Alright, Stork moving up. He is moving up to this natural expansion. As soon as he arrives, there are probably going to be some sunken colonies. There's one last Zergling going down, but sunken way late. Way late. The creep colony just now morphing. Of course, there come the mutas, so Stork was right, and guessing that this was going to be a muta build. He didn't see any Hydralisks out, so he knew something was fishy, and now he's going to probably be able to snipe a few drones, maybe 1 or 2 drones inside that main. He's making each run all of his drones away from the natural expansion, so this is definitely a successful attack from Stork, and he's even hiding some Zealots behind that base just to be annoying. Oh, he's making each split his attention. And he's got to go to one place or another with those mutas, because the mutas, if he splits them up, they're not going to be strong enough to take down the Zealots before they cause a lot of damage. But finally taking down the Zealots inside the main. Not sure about the natural expansion Zealots. I think most of those are down too. Yep, most of those are gone. A couple of Zealots is still staying there in case each moves out with his entire mutalist fleet. But Stork is prepared. He does have cannons at each of his bases. Not really at the natural expansion, but he does have a couple of cannons near the natural expansion. Not enough to protect the probe line, so he's going to have to... Oh, he did build 1 cannon there. I didn't see that earlier. But plenty of Corsairs in as well, each not unable to land the Scourge on those. And Stork running in, yet again, sniping some more drones. Epic harassment from Stork in this game. This fantastic harassment, actually. Keeping a Zealot inside of each base. Look at the drone saturation, too. This is horrible. Horrible for each. Oh, yuck. Siege going to lose even more drones before finally taking down that pesky zealot inside of his main. Stork is not letting up, continuing to pump zealots and morphing an Archon, because he knows that each is going to stay at this build. He hasn't seen the Hydralisk Den, I don't think. Unless the Hydralisk Den is kind of... Oh, the Hydralisks are out, so the Hydralisk Den was built. I just didn't see it. It was probably down at the 5 o'clock position. But Stork is up here, sneaking past the Hydras. Yeah, it was down at that 5 o'clock position, and each is trying to take his 4th base down at the 5 o'clock. So Storky's done a significant amount of economic damage, but he's got to play defensively now, because each is probably going to go for a buster at the front. Try to take down all the cannons. He has most of his mutas still left, so if he pushes right now with mutas and his hydras at the front, he might be able to cause a lot of damage. Of course, Storky morphed that Archon, meaning he has 2 fewer High Templar to storm. He got out 2 more High Templar, though. So I have the Archon to deal with the mutas in case they get too close to the High Templar, and a few High Templar out, and I think they each have 1 storm on them at the moment, except for those 2 brand new High Templar, but it should be enough to fend off against the Hydralisk push. And I don't even think H is thinking about that, because he's been it's had to remorph so many drones. There's going to be a while before he can do his next attack, and that is good for Stork. Have time to get 2 storms on each of those High Templar. That'll make it a lot easier to hold his front. He might even be able to move out with an aggressive attack soon. But Stork probably wants to scout before that happens. He needs to know what's awaiting him out in the field. Since each went for that 4th base, he committed a lot of minerals to that. And if he hadn't gone for that 4th base, which is probably what Stork is worried about, he'd had a bunch of Hydras flowing around the map. But Stork taking down so many mutas with those Corsairs. Corsairs are fantastic against mutas, because mutas group up and Corsairs do splash damage. I mean, 1 Corsair by itself does such a minimal amount of damage, but it's the splash that kills you. Not to mention the grouping up of the Corsairs, and it looks like Stork is moving out. He does have plenty of High Templar in the back, so I think he could actually push it to the natural if he does so right now. With those High Templar alone, I think he'll be able to storm each off the face of the earth. There's more Overlords being taken down, each pulling back with his entire army. Looks like he needs to split up his army to protect his Overlords, but he can't really afford to do that now that Stork is moving up to the natural expansion. Stork making his way over. He's going to be running off of 4 bases, so if he does defend this, he's going to be in a better position, but defending it is going to be a problem with those High Templar. Those High Templar, so annoying for any of the races to deal with, but we're going to see some storms soon from Stork, storming on top of the... Man, that was a nice storm, too, anticipating where each would run. But now each only has a couple of sunken colonies, morphing some more Hydralisks, but he's got to run those up as quickly as he can. More storms from Stork coming in with Dark Templar as well, so if he can get rid of the rest of the Overlords, it's going to be a slaughter, storming over the drones as well. Not looking good for each. His hair dye slowly dripping down his face. Poor each. But alright, that Archon providing a little bit of splash assistance to fight off the rest of these Hydras, and yet not nearly enough Hydras. Each had to commit so much to... Yeah, there's the GG. Had to commit so much to rebuilding his drones that he didn't really stand a chance, and Stork took him down! Good job, past Stork. Hopefully future Stork will do just as well. And, well, the signs, I know they're coming. There it is! There's the sign I have on the right. They got signed by Stork. I have that framed now. And there's the awesome Druid DT for you. That's actually my favorite sign of the 2. That is excellent. I got it right away. Don't worry. I didn't think it was direct ticket or whatever. Look at the Stork. He's saying right there. He's looking at the TV screen like, direct ticket. I don't get it. That was over quicker than I thought it would be. But this has been Nuke. And this has been my thank you video to the awesome people named Ria and Mike and Ninja Dude. My life will be hectic for the next few weeks, but it gives me comfort to know that I'll have something so dorky and so awesome to bring to my next apartment. My Stork autograph. So thanks, everybody. This has been Nuke. See you guys soon for more commentaries.